Hey guys, how are we doing this week? Welcome. We are going to do our weekly tarot and see what comes out for the week ahead for us. Okay, overall energy for this week. Oh, good stuff. So this one was reversed. This is where we are sometimes holding on to things a little bit too tightly. So what it is that we have been holding on to too tightly, it's time for us to be able to let that go. As we let that go, we are moving into a brand new energy. This is where we're completing one cycle and starting in on a new one. So there's something that you have been holding on to, the overall energy of the week. Is there something that you've been holding on to really, really tightly, and it's time to be able to shift that energy, to be able to free up a little bit of space, and to be able to complete that cycle so that a brand new one can come in. It's really powerful, good energy. What is something unexpected that is going to arise this week? Okay. So this is an energy of being in a space where things just don't feel good. It's like this is a card of conflict. This is a card of, she looks like she's grieving and she doesn't really see that the key is right there. So the unexpected thing that might arise this week is that you have a key that's sitting right there waiting for you to be able to open up a brand new door. But that doesn't always feel good. It's hard for us to see that sometimes when we're kind of in our own, when we're in our own stuff and in our own grief and in our own pain and heartbreak. And it's like she's looking down really, really sad. But if she looked around, she'd see that she has a key right there. So the unexpected thing that might arise this week is feeling that downward spiral coming in and knowing that you do have what it takes within you, though, to open that new door. So I feel like closing this old cycle out is not going to be easy, and it is going to be very challenging. But you have a key right there so that you can move into this new beginning. So I feel like that might cause some unexpected pain, some unexpected heartbreak, some unexpected feelings of loss is going to likely arise. Moving forward, the energy of moving forward is you're growing. You're moving from the old you into the new you, which is beautiful. It's like the old things that have been... The Six of Cups is typically a card of the past coming back. And it's so that you can heal it and so that you can bring love into the situation and completely change things. And I feel very much like this is something that has been in your life for a very long time for that cycle to end. So going forward, you're going to be able to shift that energy and move into an entirely brand new you. The inspiration this week is being able to see things that are being illuminated within you. And this is your emotions. This is your emotions being able to kind of be illuminated. And sometimes you might feel kind of like you're drowning, but it's really, it's not the way it has to be. It's just... You kind of go down a little bit until you can see the light shining on you, and then you're like, oh, I get it. But sometimes we kind of sink a little bit before that happens. And for me, I'm like, I just keep thinking of the mermaids who sometimes will push people back up to the surface that are drowning, or the dolphins that will come in and push you back up to the surface. Like, I don't feel like this is a drowning. The moon is typically all about things that seem not so great. However, they actually work out beautifully, because then the moon illuminates right down on you, and it's like it lights things up. It comes like the light comes into the darkness is what I feel like is happening here. Then we've got the inner self the inner self message this week. Is there's celebration, there's community, there's people around you that want to support you and to be there with you. So don't feel like you are drowning and that you need to do this alone, because you absolutely do not need to do this alone. You have support. You have people that love you. Let them in. Let them help you, because you do not have to do this alone. Let them inspire you. Let them wrap their arms around you and just show you that, you have got this. This is heavy energy this week, and you don't have to do this alone. What is the inner self message for this week? This is going to bring you into a space where you are able to really connect with your heart on a brand new level. This is where you are able to find that love within yourself, which then radiates it from outside or to the outside. This is really amazing energy where it's just like you end up so in touch with your emotions that it just overflows out, and it's just there's love at the center of this, and it's absolutely freeing, which is this card here. It's like there's a judgment call that needs to happen where you are not staying restricted. You're able to kind of let yourself fly freely because you're not holding on to something too tightly. You're able to find it within you to be able to let that release and to let that go, so that you can move into a new heartfelt space and have the support that you need to be able to move in a freer fashion. What is the relationship message for this week? What's the relationship message? It's time for something new. It's time to let go of the things that were boring you, that you were like, ugh, I know that there's more out there. Come on, what's going on? Sometimes she doesn't see the gifts that are right in front of her. I will mention that. However, this is an energy of like not being fulfilled, not being content, and knowing that you have to change something so that you can move forward. The challenge this week: you've got to be able to drop those heavy, heavy burdens. And again, this card to me speaks about the fact you don't have to carry all this weight alone. She has an ox beside her. She's not doing this all on her own, and she doesn't have to. But the Ten of Swords is all about dropping those mental burdens and being able to release the things that weigh on you, that are heavy. And what she's doing is she's actually dropping those wands, but she's lighting them up and using them for good. She's lighting the way by dropping these burdens and letting things shift and letting things change and just letting go. She doesn't have to carry them anymore. And the challenge this week is going to be able to drop the things that you've been holding on to far too tightly, because freedom is definitely the way into it's going to bring you into a brand new life. What is the advice for this week? The advice is that you have come such a long way, and what you've got that's standing in front of you is not a huge wall that's stopping you. It's like there's this one last little piece of something that needs to shift, and it's not like a huge stone pillar with wrought iron gates that you can't get in or out of. It's like this is a little teeny tiny fence that's blocking you from moving into your best life. You've already done a lot of work. There's just another hurdle that needs to happen and that needs to be released for you to be able to move forward. And as you move forward, you're going to move into a space that's beautiful, where you are able to connect to abundance all around you. It's not just financial abundance. This definitely can mean financial abundance, but it's also an energy of being able to move into new possibilities where everything around you is just absolutely beautiful and it's abundant. Like, she is somebody who takes all of life that surrounds her and finds the beauty within it to be able to share that with other people. It's a really great energy. So I feel like the advice this week is hold on, because more is coming in as you step over that last little fence. And she's confident. She has the confidence within her to be able to do what it is that needs to happen. So even if it is hard, you have what it takes this week to move forward. The support this week is that new life is ready to blossom within you. There's a whole new world of possibilities that wants to come in for you, but you've got to be able to free yourself. And I just keep seeing this card here. You've got to be able to let your spirit fly and just not hold on to the things that are holding you back. Because sometimes being attached to things, it holds us to It holds us in an energy where we're not able to like flow and fly freely. And what is the outcome for this week? What's the final outcome of this week? Ooh, don't get tempted. Do not get tempted into moving into something where you've got this mental anguish that's kind of sticking around for you. It's time to be able to move out of that energy, because that can be a possibility. Or you can learn from that past stuff and be a student of life and be able to just move forward in a brand new fashion, in a brand new manner, and be able to really learn. This is a student for life. This is somebody who takes this energy and says, look, I already learned what I needed to learn from that. It's time to let that go and move into a brand new space. So that is what I've got for this week. I hope it helps, guys, and I'll talk to you soon.